All right, loggers, here's our Omega Wilson footballs that we ordered. They're the leather footballs, custom made, blue and gold, with the VHS loggers on the football themselves. And I'm going to take you through what we do, get these balls game ready for you, making sure you can score some touchdowns. So here we are, unboxed it, took it out, feeling it. It's pretty dry leather right now, pretty hard. And what our job is to make sure that these footballs are ready to throw. We're going to soften up the leather. We're going to go through all the conditioning. It takes about 20 hours of work for each ball. And then they're good for years. Okay, just giving you an idea of what they look like here. And if you can feel this, it's a little bit grippy, even out of the box. Okay, I'm going to show you. I've already done one of these balls. This is the one out of the box, and this is a conditioned Omega Wilson football. Vernonia's first Omega football. This is the top of the line Wilson football. They just came out with this technology a little bit ago, and we want to take advantage of it. You could feel the tackiness of the ball. The leather's a lot softer, but a lot of work went into it. So let's get started. I want to show you how we're going to condition these footballs for you this year. Okay, so how are we going to turn this into this beautiful specimen here? What we're going to need are the following. You need shaving cream, believe it or not. You need a Catalina mud or something similar to a Catalina mud. And then we need the Wilson brush here, and the tack bar, a bowl of water with a towel. So our first step here is we are going to have to wipe this ball down and get out all of the orange dye. Okay, so they dye the ball to protect the leather here on each of these brand new leather footballs. And what our goal here is to get all of the dye off, wipe it off, and it'll look less shiny. It'll look a little bit drier and a lighter color, a slightly lighter color. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and wipe this down and then show you the results. Okay. So you can see here I've wiped off a little bit of the dye so far. It's gotten a little bit darker. That's just because it's wet. You're going to get orange dye coming off the ball. Just wanted to show you that's kind of what we were looking for, and we just rinse it in the bucket of water, and then continue until we're not getting any dye anymore on the towel. All right, so after we got done taking off the dye, what we're going to do is we're going to remove additional dye. Now, how we do that is we put on, believe it or not, Barbasol shaving cream. Okay, and it's counterintuitive. I don't know why, but it's recommended, and it removes additional dye. So we'll go ahead and lather it on. I'll show you what it looks like when it's lathered. We let it dry for a minute, and then or a little bit, and then we go ahead and brush it out, and I'll show you what it looks like afterwards. All right, so I got the shaving cream put on. Again, I avoided the white leather and as much of the threads as possible, and this is what it looks like. We're going to let it dry for about 30 minutes, and then once it's completely dry, we're going to go ahead and brush it off. Okay, so we've gotten all of the shaving cream off. We've brushed it, and then I did a quick wipe down afterwards of the ball. And you can see here that there's just no dye left. This is the natural color of this leather. And the next thing we need to do is do a quick brush and then put on the Wilson Ball Prep Conditioner. Okay, I'm going to show you how to apply the conditioner. Once it's brushed again, You just kind of put some drops on there. Take your hand, just go ahead and rub it in there. Don't get it on the threads. Don't get it on the white leather, the white colored leather there. And just rub it in. Get it all in there and let it soak in. So that is 1/4 of the ball. Okay. And you shouldn't see any dye coming off of it now. So this is just really getting the making it soft. All right, loggers, just finished conditioning it, letting it sit for overnight. I did it twice, conditioned it twice. I noticed that the leather was a bit dry and it needed to soak up some of that conditioner. It worked out very well. You could see here. See the shininess of it. It's actually just really tacky, soft, a lot softer than when we first started. So now the next step, we're going to go ahead and mud it. This is going to not only darken the leather, but it is going to even make it softer. Now we're going to put on the Catalina mud. This was special ordered from California. And you can see inside here, the mud. I added a little bit of water to get the consistency, because after a while it does dry out. Get the consistency of what looks, well, it is mud, but what looks like mud. And then we're going to go ahead and rub it on, and then I'm going to show you my technique that I do, and I do it with swabs in order to get the W to not get the mud on it. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of highlight the mud off of this with the swab, and I'll go ahead and show you guys once I get it done. I'm going to try to do this with one hand. Here, I'm going to come in and just trace over that W, that part. Okay, this is what it looks like after I use the swab to just kind of trace out that mud, trace off the mud from the highlighted Wilson and Omega signs on both sides, including the blue stripe. It would get darker, so I like it shiny. The leather dark, but the Wilson and the Omega and everything there with the blue is going to be nice and highlighted during the game. So it's going to look fantastic. Well, I wouldn't say it's ready for for game time, but it is mudded now. Notice that I didn't go on, like I said, doing any of the conditioning. You do not want to go on the white leather or the laces. As minimizing as much as possible. And then my Q-tip technique went ahead, and I think it's going to preserve the vibrant colors of the Wilson and Omega, and then the blue threads as well. So next thing you do, let it sit for 8 hours. Between 4 and 8 hours, it depends on how dark you want it. And then we're going to go ahead and wipe it off and show you the results. Okay, now we have the first ball we started with that was conditioned. And then this is the one that is conditioned now that I did at the beginning. And one of these is the brand new unconditioned ball. These are the results. You take a look. They look fantastic. All right, loggers, we did it. We got our game balls ready to go.